NVIDIA just shattered expectations with their latest earnings report. Stick around to find out how this tech giant is redefining the game and what it means for the future of AI and gaming. Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're diving into NVIDIA's explosive earnings release for the first quarter of fiscal 2025. With record-breaking revenues and groundbreaking advancements, NVIDIA continues to lead the charge in AI, gaming, and beyond. In this video, we'll break down the key highlights, analyze what these results mean for the tech industry, and explore how NVIDIA's innovative strategies are shaping the future. Don't miss out. Let's get started. Oh, what you see here is just my Patreon portfolio. It's up nearly 40% over the last year. Check it out if you want to see how I achieved these gains. In fact, I made some NVIDIA purchases in this portfolio back in November of last year. I'm only up 91%. Let's move on. NVIDIA after hours is at $1,007, up 6%. Must be a good report, huh? Let's dig in. But first, my cat says to like and subscribe. This is the chip, the moneymaker, the king, the H100. It sold for $40,000 a pop not long ago. It is in very short supply. It is single-handedly driving NVIDIA's growth. Now, here's the thing. ChatGPT is great. Where do they get their chips? NVIDIA. Tesla FSD is great. Where do they get their chips? NVIDIA. Every AI project in the world relies on NVIDIA's H100 chip. With the Blackwell soon to release, NVIDIA will retain its domination of artificial intelligence. In fact, Lisa Su, AMD CEO, expects AI CAGR to grow from 70% from 2023 to 2027, growing from $45 billion to $400 billion. That is nearly the size of the iPhone's total revenues. NVIDIA is poised to gobble up 90% of that market. How? Let's look. Okay, so do you know who John Carmack is? Well, he just created Doom and the entire FPS genre. He's currently working on an AI venture. He said, GPU cloud instances are a scarce resource, and you generally can't get what you want when you want it. The demand for AI is huge. Okay, getting into the report. Wall Street expects EPS of $5.59 on revenue of $24.65 billion, representing a surge of 243% year over year. Now, net income is expected to rise fivefold from a year ago. On to the earnings report. Okay, so Jensen's remarks. Jensen Huang is the CEO. He said the next industrial revolution has begun. Companies and countries are partnering with NVIDIA to shift the trillion-dollar traditional data centers to accelerated computing and build a new type of data center, AI factories, to produce a new commodity, artificial intelligence, said Jensen Huang, founder and CEO of NVIDIA. AI will bring significant productivity gains to nearly every industry and help companies be more cost and energy efficient, while expanding revenue opportunities. Our data center growth was fueled by strong and accelerating demand for generative AI training and inference on the Hopper platform, that's the H100. Beyond cloud service providers, generative AI has expanded to consumer internet companies and enterprise, sovereign AI, automotive, and healthcare customers, creating multiple multi-billion-dollar vertical markets. We are poised for our next wave of growth. The Blackwell platform is in full production and forms the foundation for trillion parameter scale generative AI. Spectrum X opens a brand new market for us to bring large-scale AI to Ethernet-only data centers. And NVIDIA NIM is our new software offering that delivers enterprise-grade, optimized, generative AI to run on CUDA everywhere, from the cloud to on-premises data centers and RTX AI PCs, through our expansive network of ecosystem partners. Now, NVIDIA also announced a 10-for-1 forward stock split of NVIDIA's issued common stock to make stock ownership more accessible to employees and investors. Numbers time. Okay, so what happened? Revenue came in at $26 billion. That is a huge beat, up 262% year over year. Gross margin increased 13.8 points to 78.4%. These are huge margins for a hardware company. Just wow. Operating expenses only increased 39%. Net income is up 628%. There is only one company this large that posts year-over-year numbers this big. That company is NVIDIA. These numbers are unreal. For the second quarter, revenue is expected to be $28 billion. So that's a $2 billion increase quarter over quarter. A huge increase. Okay, for the segment results, really it is data center, which is AI, driving everything. Of the $26 billion in revenue, $22.5 billion is from its data center. Data center increased from $4.3 billion a year ago to $22.5 billion this quarter. AI is here. AI is real. AI prints money. The H100 prints money. Gaming's holding steady with a gain year over year. And the other numbers you can see for yourself, but I'm not going to dwell over them. Now, NVIDIA just generated $6.04 of net income per share. That is a massive beat. Operating expenses just can't keep up with revenue gains. That is what's given us these huge margins. Well, that and cost of revenue. Moving on to the balance sheet. Cash and cash equivalents of $31 billion. Long-term debt of $8.46 billion. $1.3 billion operating leases. This balance sheet is phenomenal. Honestly, I would say it's on par with Google's balance sheet of probably the two best balance sheets you will see. For cash, nothing really of note here, just a fantastic quarter. And the rest of the cash flow. Note the $7.7 billion in share repurchases. And NVIDIA is issuing a 10-for-1 stock split. Now, I just have to give this earnings report an A+. There's absolutely nothing negative I have to say about it. You just don't see these numbers from a company this large. You just don't. That said, upcoming comps are going to start getting more difficult as the soaring H100 earnings will start showing up in the previous year's quarter starting next quarter. So 600% gains will be a thing of the past, but results should remain fantastic going forward. Now, after NVIDIA reported first quarter earnings surpassing lofty expectations, CEO Jensen Huang and other executives joined the chipmaker's earnings call to talk about the Blackwell rollout, debunk concerns about an air pocket in demand, how sovereign artificial intelligence and multimodality are positive drivers for NVIDIA, and what's next after Blackwell. Now, NVIDIA reported that the Blackwell platform, unveiled in March, is in full production and on track to be delivered to partners this year. Huang clarified that the new system is set for production shipments starting in the second quarter and will ramp in the third quarter. He indicated customers should have Blackwell stood up in their data centers in the final quarter of fiscal 2025. When asked if investors should expect Blackwell to impact revenue, Huang said, we will see a lot of Blackwell revenue this year. With Blackwell in production, some investors have raised concerns that NVIDIA could face an air pocket in sales as some customers wait for the newest tech. Kind of like, I think it's called Occam's razor, rather than buying Blackwell's predecessor, Hopper. When asked about the deployment of the next-gen platform, Huang highlighted that Blackwell was designed to be backwards compatible with systems already using Hopper to make the transition simple for NVIDIA's customers. The CEO added, sorry, that was my cat. I thought she was throwing up. Apparently not. She was chewing on a power cable. Okay, yeah, the CEO added that the chipmaker has been priming the pump and preparing its customer ecosystem for the new platform to get them ready for liquid cooling. NVIDIA Chief Financial Officer Colette Kress noted that the company believes that demand for H200 and Blackwell is well ahead of supply, and it expects this to continue well into next year. Now, NVIDIA executives indicated that sovereign AI, which is a nation's capability to produce AI using its own infrastructure and data, as well as new multimodal capabilities, are positive drivers for the chipmaker. Now, the company said sovereign AI, which could be particularly appealing as data privacy concerns come into focus, is contributing to the diversification of data center revenue and increasing demand for its products amid growing AI computing consumption. Now, Huang said that as the generative AI capabilities advance and become multimodal, the need for NVIDIA's computing power will intensify. Microsoft-backed OpenAI and Alphabet's Google recently unveiled AI tools with audio and vision capabilities. When asked about NVIDIA's long-term innovation plans, Huang said that he can announce that after Blackwell, there's another chip, as always, saying the company is on a one-year rhythm. That's also a thing to note is recently, NVIDIA changed their cycle from a 2-year cycle to a 1-year cycle. He also noted that investors can count on NVIDIA having new networking technology on a very fast rhythm. The CEO said that the chipmaker is all in on Ethernet and highlighted its rich ecosystem partners, calling out Dell Technologies, which recently announced an expansion of its AI factory with NVIDIA. Now, Huang underlined that the chipmaker's Spectrum X Ethernet networking fabric would be used in Dell's AI factory. Now, this brings up the ultimate question. The ultimate question. Is NVIDIA a buy at today's prices? It is the third biggest company in the world. But is it a buy at $1,000? To know the answer to that question, check out my Patreon. I've done a full DCF valuation on NVIDIA where you'll find what I think NVIDIA's intrinsic value is. That is what I think NVIDIA should be worth today. I also have valuations on AMD, Intel, Tesla, and others. Oh, you'll also get access to my Patreon portfolio, which again gained nearly 40% year over year. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.